We got one commenter. My guy Larry says, let's go. That's right, Larry. That's right. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Oh.
A little too close there.
That was great. Okay. Well, to anyone watching, my name is Michael. This is Michaela. This is CIM Session episode number 2. And we are in not Newburgh. What town is this again?
Dundee.
This is in Dundee, Oregon. Welcome to anyone watching. Michaela is already flexing on us. First with her cars, second with linking the track, and spoke too soon. We had put out episode 1, and you were one of the few humans internationally that volunteered for number 2. I know that it was a regional request, and I really appreciate you stepping in. So, I guess to start with an introduction. Who are you, Michaela? Tell me a little bit about you. Where you come from?
Yeah, I've been here for a couple of years in Oregon now, but I came from all over the place initially. I guess for work I'm a data scientist, but I've been kind of chasing this whole car thing for about the last 4 or 5 years. I started off in a Subaru Impreza, which was very slow, but it did have a manual transmission, and that was all I needed, I guess.
Fun.
And then I got a Yamaha R3 after that, which is also slow, but a little bit more capable for sure. And
just lock it in. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Oh my god. There we go. Dang. Yep. Making it look pretty easy going around.
a little too much on
That was a lot of sauce there,
Yeah.
dude. Lots. It's quite a bit. So you went from the R3 to...
My next purchase after that was, and it's not going to be in the shot here, but I also have a first-gen DSM that, being a DSM, blew the motor up 2 weeks after I bought it.
Yeah.
So my first real experience in working on cars was rebuilding the 4G63 in it.
Okay.
Which was probably not what I would recommend for anyone.
No, those are pretty thickety, aren't they?
Yeah, and just building an engine in general, not having worked on anything before, was a bit of an undertaking, to say the least. But,
Yeah.
It works. The engine is the only part of the car that consistently works now, so that's something.
Good on you.
So that's the kind of the project car, and then I got the Catfish.
The Catfish.
After that.
Yes.
To do drifting with, because we moved to, I was studying at OSU in Corvallis,
Okay.
and then we moved to Hubbard. I don't know if you've heard of Hubbard, Oregon, but it's about 15 minutes away from Pat's Acres.
Oh.
So we went and saw an event there, and my immediate response was, I need a drift car, I need to do this.
I need it. Okay.
So,
when was that?
that was 2020.
Okay.
So, got the car, brought it here. I needed a lot of work, and in the meantime, I went and did a class at, I don't know if you know, Chelsea DeNofa School of Drift at Pat's Acres.
Okay.
So I was in one of his E36s for that, which was super cool.
Yes.
And a lot of fun.
Definitely. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Lock it in. Yep.
And then,
Dang.
turn is always getting me here.
Yeah, you gotta go in shallow. I've never driven this car though, but that seems pretty fun.
It's pretty fun, yeah.
Nice. So what's on the list for the catfish over there? Tell us more about the catfish.
Just on the list of things to do for it.
How did you get started building the car?
Basically, like I told you, I wanted a drift car, and I kind of had 3 criteria for that. I wanted it to be easy to work on and find parts for. I learned that lesson from the DSM.
Yes.
I wanted it to be something kind of different, not just an E36 or 350Z or something. And I wanted it to make a decent bit of power off the bat, which I thought I wasn't going to find for a little bit. Those are some pretty, hard criteria to find without the car being super expensive. But then on Craigslist, actually, my boyfriend found the Camaro listed for $5,000. So I asked him if he'd do 4, and that's what happened.
Oh my goodness.
I think is awesome, because I doubt I could even get the drivetrain for that these days.
For real.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that was a killer deal. Car already had a hydro in it. It had cut knuckles at the time, which I've taken out since because it's fine for like a track car, but I wanted to street it too, and I wasn't sure if they, welded it correctly and all that, and that's not something I personally want to break.
Right.
So my boyfriend decided he was going to start trying to sell car parts, so he made an angle kit for that car.
Whoa.
Which has been working awesome.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So that's kind of what really made the car, come alive as a drift car. As you can imagine, the stock angle wasn't. It was doing it in terms of getting the basics, but
yeah.
Especially for Spirit Peaks, it's like some angles definitely a lot more fun.
Yeah, definitely. Where do you get which turn in Spirit Peaks do you get the most angle in?
It's hard to tell. Yeah, I'd have to almost ask the photographers, because someone got a really good picture of it at max angle, and
nice.
It's awesome.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
And you got some fun stuff on your Instagram. I've seen that.
Yeah. The car is actually really easy at Spirit Peaks. I think that's its favorite track. You just put it in third, put your foot down, and it just goes.
You just do in third the whole time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got so much torque. I mean, you can just kind of put it in whatever gear you want.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's way cool, actually.
V8 life.
Yeah, I guess so. I need to get on. I need to get in it. That's fun.
Yeah, I think the best part about the engine, it's kind of the most boring part, but it's completely stock other than EBR stuff they remove, so it's just dead reliable.
I love it.
I've never had a problem with the actual car itself.
Just there you go. There you go. Whoa!
That was a bit too, yeah.
Little early.
Yeah.
So, what was it like to go from no drift class to drift class to just kind of, I mean, your drifting journey is kind of recent, but also aggressive.
Yep.
So, those are 2 things you kind of are rare in combination. So, what was that like, kind of going from discovery to school to now you're one of the girls doing it?
Yeah. The school was fun. Initially, I did find myself a little intimidated and a little disappointed that I didn't do better. I think that's just kind of a thing I have to deal with myself, expecting too much of myself when I'm just starting out with something.
For sure.
Drifting's not easy. So
right.
It's not like you're going to be, Chelsea DeNofa out there your first time.
Right.
But I just, honestly, at that point, I was just, it was when lockdown first started, so in an undisclosed area, there's a movie theater parking lot where it was closed and there's no one there, so I would just play around with the car there a little bit, get a feel for it. Then I did Pat's Acres a couple of times in the car, which, I mean, the track is pretty difficult, I would say. I'm still not good at it.
Certainly.
So that was a little intimidating too, because a lot of people are killing it out there, and then you're struggling to even make it through a turn.
Right. Right.
Kept with it, made the car better every time, got the angle kit on there, and then the Halloween event at Spirit Peaks was fun because, for one, I got some pool noodles and some cardboard fins and dressed the car up as a catfish, which I found pretty hilarious. And it made me laugh, and I think it made some other people chuckle too, so that made me happy.
Nice.
But yeah, that was the first time it all clicked for me, was at Spirit Peaks, because I could just open the car up a bit, much wider turns, you don't have to worry about stuff as much.
Yeah.
And the other thing I did before... Whoa.
Freaking me out, man. I'm going to check my cameras real quick.
Sure. I think it says I'm low on gas.
I think if you go back to pits real quick,
Yep.
it'll top you off. I'm not sure why that's a thing, but it's a thing. Let's see, that's still going. Sweet, that's still going. Reset this thing. Oh, my guy from Netherlands is here.
Oh, good.
What up, Electrics? How you doing, bud? Just cooking. I love it. What up? That's right. Hey man, how's the sound? How are we doing? Been a long time, my man. It really has. It's been like a month since I've streamed. But we're out here in a vengeance, and Michaela had no business flexing this hard on us, but here we are, getting flexed on anyways. And I'm here for it. We're here for it. Sound is good. Electra says the sound is good. Dude, we're doing it.
That's what we want.
That's right. So, you were in the middle of, it had just clicked, and that was 5 or 6 months ago, right?
Yeah, and the other thing I just remembered was another change I made before that event was I started doing a lot more sim driving more seriously.
Okay.
So I did Spirit Peaks quite a bit virtually before I went there for the first time. I think that helped a lot because I was able to link the track like on the first day, which felt awesome.
I'm sure it did. That's super cool.
Especially after going out there and struggling a bit at Pat's Acres a couple times.
Absolutely. We've jumped to 4 viewers. We have 4 people watching us right now. What's up, everyone? What's that?
I said no pressure for me here.
That's right. Well, let's have the fun here, and I'm glad you touched on that because you are actually a sim driver. You do some sim driving.
I do. Yeah. Usually I'd like to think I'm a little bit better than this, but I think I'm doing okay for the different setup here.
That's good.
A little bit of laundry.
Dude, Electrics coming in with the technical stuff. I didn't even change the title. CIM Session number 2. What a jerk. What a guy. All right, cool. Electrics coming in. I gotta confirm your Instagram. Is it okay if I put your Instagram in the title as guest driver? Good deal. Thanks. Good looking out, Electrics. Always, man. Thank you, Electrics. I think that should be updated. Everything should still be running, so... We were just talking about your sim journey. Overall, how do you think tell me a little bit about what the sim community is like and what your experience has been.
I think the sim community has been great. Like we were talking about earlier, there's always a lot of people willing to go above and beyond to help others, which is really refreshing to see. It's something I'd say honestly about just the drift community in general, even virtually and in real life. You know,
Right.
Everyone's trying to, make sure everyone has fun out there, because that's the most, best for everyone to have friends to go tandem with and everyone having a good time, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's been really cool seeing, first time I hopped online, how many servers are always active and people willing to just come up and do some tandems with you. And,
Yeah.
I've been blown away by it.
That's fun. What do you think about the gear debates that everyone has? Everyone's got alliances and preferences and everything. Is there?
Yeah, I can't really speak too much to it. I've only had a Logitech 920 here. That's been the extent of my experience, but from what I've heard, at least in terms of grip driving competitions and stuff, you can do almost as well as someone with really fancy gear with one of those if you know what you're doing and you put the time in. So I wonder how that would translate to I wouldn't say, maybe professional virtual drifting. I don't know that much about that, but I think, as long as it works for you, you can set it up and get it working.
Yeah.
And you can just have fun with it. I mean,
Yeah.
why else should you care, right?
Right. Other than fake internet points.
Yeah.
Right.
If you get too caught up in that, that's not great anymore.
It gets real spicy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know how spicy fake internet points can get. That's fun. So was that drift school a good deal? Did you appreciate?
Yeah,
Was
I
he a good
think-
teacher?
Yeah, I didn't have Chelsea actually teach me as what was his name? Totally blank on his name, but he was super nice and very helpful, especially the first time. And then I actually went again with this car, because they have an option too to let you bring your own car.
Nice.
And that was really helpful, just getting their advice just on car setup too, more than anything. Chelsea advised, he happened to be here, that I put some brake pads in it to get the e-brake to bite a bit more, and that's been game changing.
What? That's cool.
And yeah, just the other thing that was cool is the guy who was instructing me at the end did 2 demo laps around Pat's Acres in that car, which was interesting, because it's now I know the car can do it. It's just me that sucks.
Well, you get there, I'm sure.
Yeah, but that was a cool experience for sure. I would recommend it.
Yeah. So he just sent two complete laps linked around in your car.
Yep.
And you
Yeah,
got
that
to
was
ride?
without angle in it yet either. So
Whoa.
he's a wizard.
Whose Camaro's that? It's Michaela's electric. It's Michaela's Camaro. Both of them. That's what I mean. She's flexing way hard on both of us right
A
now.
little bit of a Camaro collection, which is not where I expected to end up, but I'm happy it's where I'm at now.
Right. What's the story with the blue one? Just to flex?
That's my track toy, because I've actually, before drifting, I've been into grip driving quite a bit, so I have gone to HPDE days at PIR twice now. This year I should be able to run into that advanced group, which should be fun. And that car just absolutely kills it out there. I mean, just go by all the Porsches. I passed a McLaren once. It was wild.
Whoa. That's amazing.
So much fun too, and it sounds incredible out there.
Yeah, you started it and I had a heart attack. Grip racing is fun. That's right, Electric's S. Is it a V8?
Yes.
It is.
They're both V8s.
Both V8s. That's amazing. Yes. So that's perfect context for your main hustle / side hustle that you've got going on. How do you do it? How do you afford 2 Camaros? And
I got kind of right place at the right time in a way. I majored in computer science for my bachelor's and got a job right out of school for a company called Mark III Systems, working as a data scientist for them. I'm working on a master's in data science right now, which they are very kindly paying for. So
wow, there you go.
that'll be cool. Side hustles don't really have anything going on right now. Just kind of trying to keep up with the cars and work and
Having a
all
life.
of that stuff. Exactly, yeah.
That's pretty ambitious. I like it.
Yeah. And for a while, we were moving into this place, so that took up a lot of time too.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Double check the cameras. Electric is saying it's so nice. I love the color.
Thank you. Yeah, I was really happy I found one in this color. It's hard to find. It's a 1LE package one, which is their track package for these cars, which is hard to find in itself. And then the blue was like the dream color. So when one of those popped up like at a dealership about 20 minutes away from me, I was like, wow, it's meant to be.
Yeah, so you just went for it.
Yeah.
Is it stuck as it is?
It is. I have done some detective work and found that I think the previous owner emptied the cats out on it, which is why it sounds so amazing.
Gnarly.
Yeah. Other than that, it's completely stock, other than a catch can.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Because race car.
Yep.
Okay. Good deal. What's it like being a data scientist? What does that entail? What is that like? I mean, explain it to me like I'm a fifth grader or something like that.
For the most part, if I had to sum it up, it'd be trying to wrangle Python libraries to play nice with each other. Basically, in my job, what I end up doing a lot of the time is demoing new AI, so that's going to be machine and deep learning algorithm-based tools for people so that they can learn how to use it effectively once they, purchase it.
So you're on the research end a little bit?
A little bit, yeah. I guess in the sense of like researching new methods and new tools for people to use. And sometimes I will actually consult with people where they come to me and say, hey, we have a bunch of data on X and we'd like to find out this about it and predict something with it. And then I can help create an algorithm for them to do those predictions.
Whoa. Do they have to be existing clients, or are they just people off the street, or how do you find these people?
Through my work. They just kind of come to some of the sales guys at my company and ask these questions if they can do stuff like this because they heard people doing things like it, and then they kind of just refer them to me.
Sounds good.
Take it from there.
Sounds good. Electric says, I want to hear it. Sick. He wants to hear the no cats.
We can if you want.
Yeah, I'm happy to at the end of the stream.
Sounds good.
Let's see. What are your let's see. I'm selfishly curious about the data and everything because it sounds like you're in the science end and less the sales end. But
exactly. They call me an engineer at my work.
Okay.
So I don't do any sales really, which I'm very happy about. I don't think that would be a good fit for me at all. So it's basically just the salespeople refer people to me, and I try to help them wrangle their data to mean something here.
Like, you don't make any sense. You need to do this, or you to the salespeople.
Yeah, that is the kind of the hard part sometimes, especially with these buzzwords like AI and ML and DL. Sometimes people get ideas of things that they think they could do, but then are in reality not really going to work very well. But in some cases, it's pretty life-changing what you can do with that stuff. So it's a really interesting field to be in, and especially with how quickly it's always changing and developing.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have a favorite success story or a fun project that you can share?
Yeah, we worked with a children's hospital in Texas, and they were having issues with scheduling appointments for some of their, children coming in and stuff. So I was able to make a tool for them that makes that process a lot easier, basically going through the doctor's notes that they take while they're in the appointment and kind of filtering into different appointment types from there so that you don't have someone having to read through all those appointment notes and taking hours out of their day to try to schedule people here.
So it's auto tagging?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
All right. We do some of that stuff. I'm marketing and world. And you have to apply the right tags so that the machines or the campaign steps can do things the right way for the right things and pull from the right database and whatever else.
Yeah, and I found a algorithm called KeyBoot. Works pretty well for that. It's made for finding keywords out of things using natural language processing. So It's. I hope they're still, that they found it helpful here.
Yeah, that's wild. Let's see.
Get some more gas here.
Oh, yep.
Which was that easy in real life.
Right, for real. Okay. The next question. Let's see. I'm gonna confirm. This one always shuts off after a few minutes. It's a whole legal thing. So that's perfect. So you've got a job that can kind of sustain the hobby, you can say.
Yeah.
With that, anything to close out on your job? Is it fun? Would you recommend other young lady drifters consider data engineering, or is it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty fun as long as you're okay with spending some hours trying to hunt down, Python version issues and various errors you run into, because all this stuff is pretty new and most of it's open source in terms of the software, which means, it's mostly there, but you kind of gotta get it all to finally work together on your own sometimes. So
Wild.
A bit of perseverance is required for that, but I think it's pretty rewarding when you do get stuff to work and you can work on some really interesting problems.
Nice. Well, that's good. I would definitely wish you the best in that, and it'll be
you.
fun to see you still going out there.
Yeah.
What are your ambitions for the sport of drifting itself? What are your drift dreams overall?
Drift dreams, honestly, I think if I could just keep doing it consistently for a couple of years here, that would be an accomplishment on its own. I would like to start doing some local competitions and things.
What?
If I get to the point where I am, good enough for that. But yeah, I think that would be my
Just
best outcome.
showing up regularly, and then maybe eventually throwing your name in the comp ring.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Nice.
Not on a professional level or anything, but just some of the local stuff,
If you could figure it out how to do it, would you do it?
Yes.
Would you be like the next Kelsey Rawlings or something like that?
I mean, if I could, I would. Yeah, I just, we'll see what happens. If the stars align and it's an option for me, then I'd go for it.
So it's not off the list.
No. I just trying to, set reasonable goals for myself here.
Definitely. That's a thing. That's a whole debate in itself. Do you have a message to the EPA with them shutting down shops just to curb the demand for emissions adjusting tools and things?
Yeah, I don't know if this is a message specifically for them necessarily, but my hope with the whole situation is that with the move to electric cars, our enthusiast cars are going to become so rare, they'll be almost more like, a hobby people have rather than a problem the government has to worry about. People with horseback riding these days.
Oh.
It's something you do for fun, and it's something no one really, cares if it's not that great for the environment because so few people do it, which is kind of true already anyway in a way, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think once everyone starts moving more towards, all the commuter cars, I guess I'm saying, move more towards electric and stuff like that, hopefully there'll be less stress on enthusiast cars with that.
Yeah. So a whole national movement kind of towards being the national, so making commuter cars less of the problem, and then everything else will just be a nice to have that doesn't do that much damage in the
Exactly.
net.
Yeah, 'cause it's my feeling on it is someone who commutes their car, even if it's, a pretty good fuel efficient car, but they commute 100 miles a day or something.
Yeah.
That's still going to be way worse than my DSM that is lucky if it runs the Taco Bell every day for a week.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's So that's my thought on the situation.
Okay, well that's good. So I think a healthier outlook. I don't think that's very unreasonable at all either. That way we can still keep our toys and still let the industry shift naturally.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. Do you have any shout-outs for anyone that's supported you in your drift journey?
Definitely my boyfriend Ashlyn. He's helped me on basically all the projects that I've tried to work on here.
Shout out to
taught
Ashlyn.
me basically everything I know about working on cars at this point. Shout out to everyone at Spirit Peaks who puts on the events there. They're always so friendly, and the events are so much fun.
That is true.
And yeah, especially last event, shout out to the people who tried to tandem with me. That was pretty sick. There's
Nice.
a guy in a 350Z who was literally on our door for
Sick.
every part of the lap, which was pretty cool.
That's epic.
Yeah.
Epic. I've never done it. I've never done it like that at Spirit Peak. So
Yeah.
awesome. Was it the? Yeah, I think it was. Was it that guy we were talking about earlier?
It was a different guy. He has like a
Okay.
greenish livery. I think he's matching with someone else.
Okay.
That's their thing, I think. But yeah, that was sick.
Awesome. Shout out to the green 350Z. You know
Whoever
who you are.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Any advice out there or any thoughts? So general discussion. So we could go a couple different ways. What do you think of the Gravy 2 updates? What do you think about Assetto? What do you think about drifting in 22? Fuel prices, tire debates, anything? What are you thinking?
We can.
Watch out for tires.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything that you're gravitating more towards? I could talk about most of those, I think.
Yeah, I guess it's how does it feel to be one of the few lady drifters in the Pacific Northwest?
It's honestly been a good experience for me. I found everyone in the drifting community to be very nice and open about it. It's never been an issue, you know. Honestly, the track days I go to with that car, I've literally had a guy come up to me and be like, "Is that really your car, or is that your boyfriend's?" And I'm like, "I'm here on my own driving this car. Like, what do you think?"
Disrespect.
Yeah, but
Wow.
never had anything like that at a drift day. Everyone's super chill.
Nice.
There's even a group. They're not doing events this year, but I went to one of their events last year called Pacific Northwest Lady Drifters
Yeah.
that put on events just for women, and that's really awesome. So I'd say I have absolutely no complaints about the support from the drifting community in that respect.
That's really cool. Have you been to any other amateur events around the country?
No, I've only been to Spirit Peaks and Pat's Acres so far, but we're hoping to go to.
There he
Where's
is.
Ashlyn?
Mans is here. I love it. This is perfect too. We'll maybe take a brief intermission, and we'll keep the stream going. And electrics, we can maybe hear that the V8 start up when it comes time. We can maybe just keep this thing going. I have plenty of data. Yeah. Sweet.
Cool.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Hey.
My name's Michael.
Oh, I'm Ashley. Nice to meet you. Yeah. This is interesting.
Super interesting. We're live. We maxed out at 4 viewers. We have 2 viewers right now.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got the Camaro background here.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's just flexing on the entire internet.
What kind of wheel is this?
The T300.
Is it a...
The Thrustmaster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
definitely. You want, feel free to take a spin. Hop
Yeah.
out in.
Yeah, I'll do
give
it.
a spin.
I'm
I'll
not...
have to move the seat quite a bit here, but
Yeah.
What kind of car are we in right now?
this is the Gravy Garage one I drive all the time.
Oh, okay. The, S chassis with the LS.
Yeah.
That's the one.
It is pretty spicy. And we can give you some
thank
break
you.
there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No. Okay.
How much more you need?
Oh, we're good. Let's
Nice.
see.
Sit you up there.
Actually, no. Afford me a little bit more.
There you go.
I'm used to driving cars set for Michaela.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So I haven't driven one of these with an actual stick before either.
Yeah. Welcome. This is Common Interest Media, Sim Racing.
Okay. So wait, where are we?
Spirit Peaks.
Do you do this track in second?
In this car, I usually do, but that was mostly because I didn't have a shifter.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get used to it here.
I've never even driven in that car before. It'll be fun to take a lap.
Ooh, I'm going way off. I think I'm going to need too much time to adjust to this.
No worries, no worries.
But I'll give it back to Michaela here.
Do you want to start your car?
Sure.
Get ready, electrics. That's hilarious. Let's see. He says, that thing sounds so nice. That's awesome. Can I take a crack at the gravy?
Go for it.
Sweet, this is going to be kind of fun. Ugh. And my floppy back support, you know, stay streaming out here.
I'm going to steal your chair here if you don't mind.
No, perfect. This is cool. I gotta set this up back home. Oh. Holy spice. I should get, oh my gosh. I should get used to this view, but I definitely, I'm a noob with the outside view.
Oh, yeah.
So you got the drift vet, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's something.
That is amazing. I think my friend has a stock one. I think it's an 09.
Okay, so a C6.
Yeah. Is it? I'll have to see what year it is. 07?
Yeah, that'd be deep into the C6s.
Okay.
Mine's the last generation, but they're very similar underneath.
Okay. That's fun. Yeah, we just finished. I just have one set of questions to run through. It's like, who are you? What do you do? Or what's your journey in drifting? First car, different stuff like that. And I'm all about just IRL and sim drifters, trying to understand what it's like to be in the sport. Hold it down.
Neat.
Yeah. You working today?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got back.
Fun?
Yeah.
Fun?
Yeah, it was good. I was taking the back way home, and then right when the road was getting twisty, there were a bunch of people in front of me, so I was like, I'll try the back way home.
Yeah.
Which I hadn't done before, and I ended up on a gravel road for a while,
Oh.
which was interesting, and I scraped a lot, but I made it.
Good deal.
Riding the Corvette.
Yeah, it's not the first time.
Well, that's fun. I'm gonna have to try this car a lot, man, when I go home. This is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm glad the tires aren't like that in real life.
Right? That'd be horrible. So you guys going to go to the next Spirit event?
I don't think
We're going to
so.
skip the next one because I have a new exhaust system I'm going to put on the Catfish here.
Okay.
That's ready to go. So hopefully the April 9th one will be there for that one.
Good deal.
And the last several times we've both taken Michaela's car, and I think one of these next times we wanted to both take my Corvette.
That's
So I actually haven't drifted in a little bit here.
that's fun. So you've always been in it?
What?
You've always been into drifting?
No, not really.
Really?
Actually, no. I've always been interested in it, but I've only been doing it for, I don't know, a year or two now, just because I had to wait till I had an adult job.
Yeah, right.
To afford it. But yeah, I primarily do like sport bikes and stuff. That's been my much longer term hobby.
Oh, wow.
So,
all right.
But yeah, I've been having fun with drifting.
That's cool. That's cool. Bikes scare the crap out of me. Nice. Michaela was saying that you might be down to sit down and do a thing at some point.
Oh yeah, sure.
Answer some
That'd be
questions.
fun.
I'm happy to come back out. Yeah. I'm gonna have to try this car some more.
This car, it looks like it's got a lot of front end grip. Like I really was not taking advantage of that when I was driving it.
What do you?
I feel like I've put down some pretty solid laps at clutch kickers with this car.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's fun.
What were you gonna say?
What do you mean the front grip?
Oh, I just,
Like a
I don't know.
toe?
I noticed when you're, it looks like to get more angle, you're just kind of feeding the wheel in more. And I know in some situations, at least on my Corvette, if I'm not either braking to weight up the front wheels or on the gas, it'll just understeer.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it I mean, it definitely doesn't understeer when I'm grip driving it, but it has a weird kind of push sometimes when I drift.
Interesting.
I don't know. It might also be that I don't have the suspension set up very well. I haven't messed with it very much.
Well, that's fun. I hadn't ever gotten to a point where you're compensate because they are pretty light. I mean, but
Corvettes?
And they fly too.
Yeah.
And I could only imagine how if you're deep in it that you would have to get to a point where you needed to kind of compensate a little bit to add that grip up front.
Yeah. Well, I think that the only spot that really happens is this track. It's because I can't quite throw a 2-3 shift in for the big corner.
Okay.
I'm not quite at that level, so I
Right.
do it in second, but I don't have quite enough wheel speed in second.
Right.
So, you know.
Yeah. It's a balance to strike. And
Yeah.
then-
And her car, whole track, third gear.
that's wild. That's
So it's
what
just-
she was saying.
It's so excellent. It's so much fun.
They
It's
have
just,
like easy mode.
That's fun.
yeah, you just floor it. It just hangs at 5,000 RPM. Doesn't hit the limiter as long as you're not like clutching in. It just
Yeah.
gets a ton of wheel speed.
Makes a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
That's so cool.
But, I mean,
Makes
that's the
sound
thing.
better, and that's hopefully what I'll
Sound
happen
better.
next time here. Because
I-
I still got the stock exhaust system on it, so it just doesn't make much noise at all.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's cool. That'll be fun. So what do you got coming for it?
I already have it in there. It's a Hooker Blackheart
Cool.
full dual exhaust system for it. So.
Sweet. Is that the one in the bathroom?
No, that's his old one.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
the one in parts over in the other
Cool.
shop.
Cool.
So,
I keep that just in case I ever have to pass emissions.
Right.
just slap it on real
Good
quick.
deal.
Yeah.
Any new comments? What's Electric saying?
Take a look there.
Back to 3 viewers. Like how everyone's just taking a spin. What's the other guy driving? Sounded pretty nice. I've got one of my biggest followers is a guy in electrics in the Netherlands. And
Oh, wow.
He could hear you pulling up.
Oh, yeah.
Hear the cam.
Yeah, it's a C5Z06, and it's got a Brian Tooley Racing Stage 2 cam,
Stage 2 cam.
and long tube headers, X-pipe. That's about it. And, you know, the valve train stuff to make it not die.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. You know your stuff. You know your stuff a little bit more.
I had to tear the engine down over the summer, so I know all about that engine.
Really?
Yeah, I had a lifter failure with
Oh.
the stock cam, and I wasn't going to put it back to stock, so it went a little bigger.
Cool. That's neat, dude. Yeah, there it is. There's your answer, electrics. Nice. Damn, that looks nice. Cool. Yeah, he sees I just painted around for him. Well, cool. I think we're basically, I'm not sure. It's amazing. Everything's still running, so I think I can make an episode. Oops, by the way. I can make an episode out of this thing. Feel free to keep playing. We could do a whole separate thing with you if you want to sit down, but do you want to learn it or do other stuff with it and come back a second time?
Maybe a different time.
Perfect, man. No worries. No worries at all. I guess. Thank you for the opportunity. This is a fun,
No problem.
fun thing.
Thanks for stopping by. This is
Yeah.
a cool setup right here.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I guess this is Michael from Common Interest Media, where if you're deliberately moving your life in the direction one step at a time closer to your dreams, you're doing a good thing. You make the world a better place when you do. And so, if you whatever it is, you don't have to take over the world with it. You don't have to start a business with it. It's as easy as simply taking the research, because some people don't even think you could take a little bit of time out of your day. But I tell you, moving incrementally closer to your dreams is where we all need to be. This is what this channel is about. And thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. See you in the next one.